What's good, YouTube? You see a photo, so you already know what it is. This is a recap, my thoughts on Love is Blind UK Season 1, the wedding episodes. First of all, I just gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this whole season of Love is Blind. More so than the ones in the US, because I feel like the US ones be with the BS, overproduced, um, extra frivolous things in there to make or force different kinds of storylines and stuff like that. And I also like that these people were a bit more mature and older, so less games, I feel like. But anywho, let's get into it. So we all watched this whole season. If you're watching this review, you probably watched the whole season of Love is Blind. Leading up to the wedding days, I was thinking certain people were going to get married, and then came these episodes, and I changed my mind, and I was pretty much correct in my assessments before the weddings actually happened. So I'm not going to go in order, in the same order that they did on the show. I'm just going to speak my thoughts. Whatever couple comes to mind, it's the couple I'm going to speak on. First of all, Tom and Maria. Tom was over Maria once he found out her occupation, makeup artist. I feel like that was the moment he started to keep looking for other things that didn't work well for him and the lifestyle he leads. And Maria was still in the clouds thinking everything was good. I don't know how she did, but she definitely was in the clouds thinking everything was good. Also, Tom looks like the actor I think his name is Doug Ray Scott. He played in Taken 3 with Liam Neeson. He was actually Liam Neeson's daughter's stepfather in that movie. And he was setting people up to get kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. Anywho, with him and Maria, I was like, yeah, they're not going to get married. He going to say no. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, even her mother had a talk with him. It was like, just respect my daughter and just love her and respect her. He said his issue was the fact that she felt as if a woman is supposed to be taken care of by a man, and the man's supposed to be, footing the bills. And the woman is supposed to, if she earns any money, I guess it's just for her not to share with him. I mean, that's valid, but I feel like he was already judging her and not wanting to marry her from the moment he found out she was a makeup artist, like I said. And I could have sworn that was something that they probably discussed while they were still in the pods. So to get out of the pods and see her and meet her and then decide that's going to be your reason for not going through with the wedding is BS to me. Their cultures, the religion, all that kind of stuff, it just played a major part. I don't think, even if they said I don't think the marriage would have lasted. Nicole and Benaya. First of all, I was just thinking, Nicole is such a hopeless romantic. Benaya's a nomad. And I was like, when it came time for their wedding, I said, they're going to get married. That's what I was thinking. But when Nicole's mother stood up there to walk her down the aisle, now don't get me wrong, Nicole's mother is beautiful. But man, why are you walking your daughter down the aisle in a frequent dress and stripper heels? Tell me. This was not the moment for that particular attire. It just wasn't. Them two go on and get married. That suit Benaya had on, it was different. Differently different as Double Chocolate Tanera, whatever her name is, that critique those cooking videos be saying. Differently different is his suit choice. But he went on and they got married. Will the marriage last? I don't know. Because I can see his lifestyle being an issue at some point. So I don't know if it's going to last, but I thought that they would get married, and they actually did. Bobby and Jasmine. I think Jasmine is so pretty, y'all. And her mom, I think she's allowing what she experienced in her marriages to cloud her thoughts and judgments about the relationship between Jasmine and Bobby. And she's going into and advising Jasmine as if Jasmine is in the same space that she was in when she was making her choices in men as well. And honestly, I was a bit nervous thinking that the conversation she had with Jasmine on the day of was going to sway Jasmine's decision, but they actually went on and got married, and I was super happy for them. They seemed genuinely in love and like a real couple, not for TV and for clout. They really seem like they really love each other. I can see that. I can see this lasting. I really could. I can see that marriage lasting. Also, I feel like they can be like Lauren and Cam from season 1 of Love Is Blind USA. Like they're gonna go the distance. Or what's that? Amber and Barnett or Bennett, whatever his name was. Yeah, them two. They was on season 1 of Love Is Blind USA as well. The next couple I want to talk about. Let's talk about Freddie and Catherine. First of all, Freddie and Catherine were very good looking. Catherine was a very ugly crier, but they looked good together. I feel like Catherine heard what he does for a living and was like, ooh, I can marry wealthy. I can marry well. And that's what she chose to do. That's why she went and said, Ali, I gotta break it off with you to give Demi a chance. I think you really was doing it because you saw that, or you had in your mind, Freddie got the potential to be a good earner. So let me go with that connection instead of going with the one with Ali. And you want to make it seem as though you did it because you wanted to help Demi out. Because you thought that you was better looking than Demi. And this might be her last chance at love. So you figure, oh, I'm going to step back and let you slide in. Girl, bye. Then when it came time for y'all to meet everybody, you was all in his face, Ali's face. Talk about some, do I look good? Do I look like you thought I would look? And all that kind of stuff. If you're so into Freddie, why did you feel the need to do that? If you're so into Freddie, why you feel the need to set the record straight that you was the one who broke it off with Ali? Nobody was going around saying that Ali broke it off with you before you could break it off with him. Nobody was saying it. You just had to have a reason to go be in that man's face and be like, yeah, look what you could have had. But I slid to the side so Demi can have her chance. Catherine, you full of it. Then I don't blame Freddie for saying he would want a prenup. And you was not feeling that at all. That he wanted a prenup. You was not feeling that at all. But you should have started writing on the wall then. Plus, you was treating you was treating Freddie bad too. Like you was wishy washy. One minute you snapping at him, the next minute you not, and you definitely bougie. You got champagne taste but bare pockets. And like I said, you thought you was gonna snag Freddie and get married to him and live well. And Freddie got to the end of that aisle and he said no. Now, Freddie, your sister, let me get on her. First of all, your sister looked like one of the Bush twins. I can't think of her name right now, but she looks just like one of the Bush twins. Then she gonna come to you before the wedding and say, I don't want what I'm about to say to sway your decision one way or the other, but I just want to say, I'm not so sure about this. What did you think he was going to do, girl? You knew he was going to sway his decision. Even though I feel like he was already leaning into not going along with the wedding. And I didn't think the wedding was going to happen. The ideas were going to happen. And it definitely did not happen. He told her no. She was hurt. But I don't understand why you so hurt, girl. And Freddie, I don't even know why you fronting like you want to continue to explore. Like, there's nothing to explore. You feel like y'all lifestyles are different. You saw her for who she was. And I think you took into account how she was treating you. And you decided, nope, this is not going to be it for me. And I think you did the right thing. You made the right choice. And also, Freddie, do you know how handsome you really are? Like, you look like you a F-boy. But your personality don't give F-boy. It gives, I'm handsome, but I don't know I'm that handsome. And I'm kind of quirky and goofy, too. That's what it gives to me. So as I was saying, I just feel like, Freddie, you knew what you wanted. You tried to go in there and talk to the girl and make it seem as though you wanted to work on it, but I don't think there was nothing to work on. Now, from Freddie and Catherine, we're going to go ahead, head on into daggone Sabrina and Steven. Steven is so freaking handsome to me, and Sabrina's very pretty. Not traditionally pretty, but she is still super pretty to me with that dark hair. And she reminds me of an actress I saw acting in some movies, but I can't think of who it was. But anywho, I can see it from the jump. I said they meant for each other. They fit well together and everything. I was like, they're gonna definitely get married. And that they did. They definitely got married. I think they can have a long lasting marriage, a long lasting healthy marriage. If they split, I think the reason would be long distance. It's going to be an issue about the distance and where they chose to live. Because she kept speaking like he was automatically going to move to the country that she lives in or that she's from. And he was still speaking on possibly like living where he lives for 3 years, then going where she is for 3 years, and then meeting somewhere in the middle and choosing somewhere else to live for the rest of their lives, I guess. And that might cause an issue for them. But nonetheless, I thought they were a beautiful, beautiful couple. And I'm super happy for them. And I felt like they really genuinely loved each other and cared about one another. And it's going to last a long time. Um, Last but not least, let's get to Ali and Demi. Looking at them in the pods, I was like, I wanted him to pick her and choose her so bad. I really did. And he did. Then that whole thing happened on that little Greece honeymoon where he had the conversation with Catherine and he was sitting over there chumming it up, smiling it up. And then he felt the way and was like, I'm ready to go and all that stuff when Jasmine was doing too much to stick up for Demi. I felt him in that moment. I felt Ali, like everybody ganging up on me. But also I felt a little like, Ali, are you playing Demi? Please don't be playing her. Because it was giving you was very much attracted to and still interested in Catherine a little bit too. But anywho, I feel like you did so much to encourage Demi, to reassure her that you are there for her and she is your connection and she is the one you wanted to marry. And then y'all split up for a few days before the wedding happens. Y'all get to your castle. And as soon as she said that y'all didn't talk those days that y'all were apart from one another, like the communication was like non-existent for the most part, I said, okay, trouble in paradise. And I automatically thought that Demi was going to get to the aisle and say, I don't. I also was kind of thinking that you was going to say it too, Ali, to be honest. But anywho, they go on and have the wedding, walk down the aisle, say the things they say, and by the things they say, her vows, what she was saying, I said, oh, she definitely gonna say no. She not gonna say I do. It wasn't giving a speech that you give just before you tell somebody I do. So anyway, she says no, she don't want to get married right now. And then she walks out and she gets in her car as if she's going to leave the venue. And then we see her dad come out and talk to her and comfort her. First of all, there is no matter of reassurance that your person can give you that's going to make you okay and content with yourself for the long term. That kind of love, that self-love, that confidence got to come from within. So it's a voice that it's got to be your voice in your head, rooting you on, telling you you are the woman, you are the queen, you are beautiful. That's the voice that matters most when it comes to those things. There was no amount of reassuring that Ali could do that was going to make you feel what you needed to feel, Demi. That's number one. Number two, I do get that you felt a little unsure or whatever. And then Ali telling everybody that, hopefully they're going to work at it. They're just not going to get married right this moment. I feel like y'all really did have a good connection. And Demi said that you loving her the way that you did, reassuring her the way that you did, made her find newfound love for herself. And I think, to me, what I took from what she said in that is that I don't have to settle for the first man to make me feel like this. There could be another man out there that could treat me like this and give me more and be more of what I'm actually looking for. So I don't think that they are actually going to continue to see one another after all of this. I think when we get the reunion, Ali and Demi are not gonna be together. They're gonna be cool, cordial, but that's gonna be it. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this season of Love is Blind, and I can't wait for more seasons to come with Love is Blind UK. Also, I noticed the way the women in the UK are built, even when they're slim and trim, they're not waif stick figure thin like you see so much in the American media and fashion. Like, these women they got some thickness to them. Like, even if they small up top, the lower half got a little bit of thickness, got a little weight on it. And I really enjoyed seeing that. And that was with all the women. I love to see y'all treat the chocolate women just as good and give them just as good camera angles and time as y'all do those white women, though. Because y'all played with Nicole on them cast photos and stuff like that. Y'all played real bad. But anywho, I see y'all in the next video. Enjoy this review. Peace.